I am Nazim Rashid, author of Reconnected, How to Be a Mentor to Your Child's Self. With this fantastic video, Communication Skills and Listening Skills for You Parents, Part 4. Part 4. That's right. I'm your motivational parent coach. I've got a lot to share with you today. So I want you to pay attention, maybe get your pen and paper out and take some notes, even though I will have some captions going up and down the screen here, so you have that working for you. But I would take notes, but really pay attention. Of course, with a video, you can always stop and put the cursor back and start back anywhere you want to, so it's very good. All right, sometimes you have to listen to something over and over and over before you get it, and I understand that. I used to hear tapes and DVDs several times, and maybe after the 8th time of listening, I said, oh, that's what they're saying. Yeah, so if that's the case, do it, all right? Again, this is Communication and Listening Skills for You Parents, Part 4. So I really encourage you to go back and hear the other videos so you can be up to date. I really want you parents to get this. This is so very important, because most of our children out here are not being heard. They're not being empathized with. They don't feel good inside themselves because their parents are not hearing them. They don't even know them. They don't know the real person inside. These parents, a lot of them are just, caretakers, making sure that their basic needs are there, but they aren't appreciating the soul that's inside the child. And that's, one of the main purposes of me doing these videos. I want you to love that soul inside of that wonderful child of yours. Yeah. So this communication skills series can be a very good help in that area. Okay? So really pay attention. I really want you to get this, all right? Very important. Okay. Now, when you are engaged in a conversation with your children, you are playing either a communicator role or the listener role. Communicator role or listener role. And when you are in the communicator role, you are to use I messages. Got that? I messages to clearly state your position and feelings. It is your turn and time to speak. You have the floor and the full attention of your children. Now when you are in the listener role, you are not to speak and interrupt, and you cannot wait for your child to breathe so you can get your point in and maybe steal the conversation, you thief. Don't do that. Most of you parents are thieves out there. Don't take the conversation from your children. Don't do it, okay? You are to patiently listen attentively. Make sure you have the main points. You can paraphrase, yes, what you understand to be the main points, yes, back to your child, making sure your understanding matches theirs. You can do that, absolutely. Your body language, yes. Your body language reveals that you're interested and engaged in their story, all right? They can spot a hypocrite a mile away. They see your presence. They see you being there in the conversation. And that's what they pay attention to. All right? Now, you may give feedback in this manner like this. Let's see if I have this correctly, young one. Okay? You might say that. You said that you will do extra chores to earn some money so you can buy your own gaming app. Do I have the right understanding? See? All right? When it is time to switch roles, you will have to abide by the rules and roles of the listener. And your child will now have to abide by the rules and roles of the communicator to have effective communication. All right? Hope you're getting this. Very important. You and your child must stay in your respective roles until it is the appropriate time to switch. Now, most often, what happens, doesn't happen. No. The dominant, self-centered one, the parent, you, I'm talking about you, you know who you are. The dominant one carries the conversation where they wanted to go. You know I'm telling the truth. Yeah, the child just keeps their feelings and story to themselves. Their voice is not honored. And this position of a parent contributes to their disconnection. You don't want that. No, 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 no. We're not having that. It is important to demonstrate impartiality with your child. Pay attention here. Kids want, they want you to take sides all the time. And they want your advice on everything. Since your role is to stimulate the thinking process in their young minds, you're going to be in the position of asking a lot of questions. You might ask, what do you think about so-and-so? How do you feel about that? What would you do if you had the power to make a change? What do you think is the right thing to do? How would you feel if the same thing happened to you? Good question. Yeah. How did it feel when you did that to them? Yeah. Do you think that was the right thing to do? See, these are all leading questions and very, very appropriate. So that's where, that's kind of the page I want you to be on. Okay? Got that? Very important. All right? Now, instead of judging, turn matters around through your questioning. This makes them think about their situation. And usually they come up with their own answers. And when they do, they own the answer. Yes, they do. They own the answer. And I'm telling you, it is their property then. Because they created it themselves. You can tell them, that the answer lies within them. Yeah, very good spiritual concept. Very true here. Very appropriate here to say. Absolutely. You can tell them that your questions, make them think more on their own. Tell them that you love it. You love it when they think on their own and come up with their own answers. That's what real men do. Or that's what real women do. Yes. You are doing great. You are there to guide them along the way with love and understanding. Practice being impartial with little ones around you and see what happens. Right? See what happens. All right? Now, paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is another tool to be recognized and utilized. Please do this. See, I'm giving you some tools you can use right now. You don't have to wait. Use it today. Yeah, today. Use it now. Paraphrasing is another tool to facilitate connection. Yes. When you paraphrase to your child, he or she has the sense that you really heard them, because in paraphrasing, you are retelling their story in your own words, right? When you paraphrase, make sure you get confirming feedback. Got that? Confirming feedback, all right? To make sure you are correct in your interpretation of their story. Ask them, now, did I get that right, Hassan? And let Hassan tell you yay or nay. Then you know if you're on their path or your path. You'll know, all right? Now, when they answer in the affirmative, then you know you have scored points with them. All right. To paraphrase correctly, you must really hear the details of the story. So that requires you to what? Pay attention and concentrate on them and them alone. Okay, don't be distracted. Okay? As the parent who wants the best communication possible with your children, you also must be a great active listener, which means you are physically showing support. Okay, all right. Your body language is demonstrating interest. Your eye contact is direct. Right, very direct. This is why getting physically down, kids are real short, physically getting down to their level so they are looking straight into your eyes, not upward, it's very important. It really does a lot. You are really understanding and concentrating on what they are saying and not on how you are feeling. Okay? All right. You are making mental and sometimes actual notes on their main points. Listening. Pay attention. Listening means to pay close attention to give your ear and yourself. See, you must develop and internalize sharp skills and the ability to listen objectively with a keen sense of demonstrated empathy. Yeah. When you empathetically listen to them, you start to process their situation from their frame of reference instead of your own. True listening requires, first, that you're not preoccupied, for if you are, you cannot fully receive the information from your child. You can't do it. TV on, looking at your iPhone, and get to hit ear, buds on and all that. No, can't do it. Pay attention to them. Okay, all right. So I need to address body language very shortly as I come to a close here. See, body language is very important in this topic of communication and listening skills. Okay, I talk about body language in all my series here, and now I'm going to speak to it even more specifically. Okay. Now, body language is referred to as nonverbal cues. Nonverbal cues. Okay. Statistics, all right, they say that 93% of effective communication is through nonverbal cues. Now, broken down, it's really 55% body language and 38% a tone of voice. Okay, that's where the 93 comes from. And only 7% is through actual words. 7% actual words. Therefore, it is important to understand the 93/7 principle of communication. Now, you've heard that from me before. Now you get it even more clearly now. Okay? The 93/7 principle of communication. Okay? All right? Yeah. It's very, very important to understand that. So a clear majority is nonverbal. That's why you got to be present. You got to bring yourself there when you're talking to your child. Okay? Yeah. You must recognize what you're communicating. All right? Got that? Okay. Fantastic. This is 4, and 5 is coming up. So I am Nazim Rashid, your motivational parent coach, and I want you to connect with me. Yes. I want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Do that. Like it and add some comments. And connect with me. Check my fan page and my website. And let's talk. Let's have a dialogue. Because I want you to be the best parent you can be. It's already inside you. I want to shine the light on there so you can see it too. All right? I'm Nazim Rashid. Thank you. Enjoy that connected life. Thank you.